Hidden expenses making life unaffordable. Let's get started and talk about it. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like something unexpected seems to always creep up. How can we prepare for this? If you know some of these, it is kind of good to put this in the back of your mind so you can prepare for some of these expenses because they can sneak up on you. The first basically is just rising cost of everything. Not every single thing's gone up in price. And let me know, I'm going to ask kind of an interesting question. Are there some things that you think have gone down in price? I'm kind of curious on that. But rising cost of anything that you can buy locally, online, and this is the thing that I noticed. They're getting tricky about things. What I mean by that is BOGOs, buy 3, get 3, and so you think, wow, I'm getting 3 free, this is a great price. Not always, because if you don't do the math and really figure it out how much you're actually spending per container, and also with shrinkflation, you're paying more and getting less. So basically just rising cost of everything. Next, this is the one that gets me, and it could be on anything. Repairs and maintenance on anything. I had somebody tell me the other day, I'm glad you enjoy having a home, Dawn, but I personally would not want to have the responsibility of that because it just seems like you're just always throwing money at it, especially if you don't know how to do a lot of the repairs yourself. And I said, you know what? I agreed with her. I said, there's benefits of owning a home, but I said definitely, especially if you haven't had the income or the money to be able to keep your home up and take care of things. I mean, how many times have you guys known any relatives or people you've known in your life that actually have owned a home, but because of situations, and who knows what they are, that the people didn't take care of it, and by the time they want to sell it, the home is just not in good shape at all. And so if you really do need to have money to be able to maintain a home, and that can really add up. And also your yard. Nobody seems to talk about that. It's not just your home and your plumbing and electrical and things. How about tree work and yard work and all different kinds of things like that come up. So maintenance on your vehicle. Maintenance basically on anything, but primarily what I'm thinking about is car and home. Little things like that add up. Next one, interest on anything and debt, especially if you owe debt. Interest and debt, we'll just say that. And I put for the next one, fees. Extra fees on anything, and I put this one, subscription creep. Now, I don't have a lot of subscription. The only subscription that I have is Netflix. I've been with them since the beginning, and I have the one now where, and I'm actually miss receiving the DVDs. I actually missed that. I actually enjoyed that. But I don't pay that much for that because I have the commercials on there, and I don't mind. And I like Netflix. There's a lot of fun things on there. Right now, I'm currently watching Wednesday. But then also service fees for buying tickets and things like that. I donated to somebody once through something, and there was a service fee, like a 40% service fee for that. I thought, what? I couldn't believe it. Also paying for convenience. All these kind of things can sneak up on you here and there. Next, and we all know this one, you guys are probably in a really great mood after listening to this video. Healthcare. There's things that are not always covered by insurance. Also, sometimes things happen with your pets. Surprise medical bills because things are out of network. Dental, all these kind of things. And so basically, we all need to win the lottery and make millions of dollars to be able to pay for all this stuff. Maybe you feel that way. But one of the best ways that we can prepare for all this, obviously, is to live a balanced and enjoyable life. Cut unnecessary expenses. See if there's ways that you can raise your income and always be thinking and preparing ahead. I mean, this year we've had over $7,000 worth of expenses. Now, some of those expenses I knew about, okay? And some of the tree work, but I've had more tree work than I thought that I needed initially, but some of it I didn't know I needed, okay, until this year. And some unexpected trips, unexpected car repairs, things like this happen. That's why I do work multiple jobs, and while I'm always working on saving and setting money aside. And so, I've cut out a lot of that, what I call auto ships, and a lot of the spending. Now, like I've mentioned on many videos, I could definitely improve, but I've cut a lot of that stuff out so that it allows me to have more money for things like these unexpected expenses. I want to ask you guys in the comments below, What are some ways you plan for unexpected things? Now, we all know life happens, but what are some things that you do to plan for that? And before signing off, I'm doing a bonus video tonight because I want to set the record straight about something. And so please come back this evening at 6 p.m. Central for a very short video. Thanks, everybody. I love you, appreciate you, and see you tonight, I hope. Bye-bye.